Hi, it's Jeffrey Gurian, and welcome back to my happiness channel. Today we're going to talk about my healing techniques. A lot of the information, well actually all the information that I'm going to be telling you is in my newest book, which just became a bestseller on Amazon. It's called Healing Your Heart by Changing Your Mind, a Spiritual and Humorous Approach to Achieving Happiness. And I hope you like the picture of the dog meditating on a pillow. A dog in lotus position. It just kind of struck me, right? And it seems to be resonating with people. One of the things that I want to talk about is my healing technique. And before I do that, I should give you some of my background. I was a cosmetic dentist for many years, and then I was a professor at a major university in New York City in the oral medicine and orofacial pain department. And then, since 1999, I've been on the board of the Association for Spirituality and Psychotherapy. In 1999, I presented my work to this board of classically trained psychotherapists, and they accepted my work. And a lot of it was about the physical manifestations of stress, particularly headaches. In this country alone, there are more than 150 million people that suffer with what they think are migraine headaches, that are really what we call musculoskeletal headaches. They're headaches that are caused by clenching and grinding your teeth, caused by stress, which overwork the muscles of the jaw. And the muscles of the jaw also connect in the back of the head, in the occipital region, and they connect in the shoulders too. So if you wake up in the morning and you have stiffness in your neck or your back, or your jaw feels tight, chances are very good that you're grinding your teeth in your sleep. And one of the effects of that is getting headaches. Some people have very severe headaches. And that was my specialty, was treating that by just using your hands, the energy from your hands. No drugs, no injections, nothing, just energy healing, which has been part of my life for a very long time. And so what I'm going to talk to you about today is my technique called STAR therapy. And STAR is an acronym, S-T-A-R, that stands for Spiritual, Transformational, Affirmative Resonance Therapy. The resonance refers to music, because I use special music when I work. Music is absorbed by the second chakra, the chakra of creativity and sensitivity, the color orange. Resonance refers to my voice because I speak the whole time I do it. It's kind of like a guided meditation. But what resonance mostly means is a truth. Now, if you've ever been to any social event where there's small talk, you know that most small talk is meaningless. It really has no bearing on anything. It's not important. But sometimes someone will cross your path that'll say something that you need to hear, something important to you. And it'll resonate inside of you as a truth. And when I'm treating somebody with stress-related illness, we need to get to the bottom of what's really bothering them. There's a saying that I like to use that says you can't get better with the same mind that got you sick in the first place. You need new thoughts. I discussed some of that last time in the episode about changing a thought, that it's possible to change a thought. And what we need are new thoughts. People who are depressed very often are living in the past and worrying about the future. And in the meantime, they're losing out on today. They're losing out on the now. So the resonance refers to a truth. If I say something to you that's true for you, that you need to hear, it'll feel comfortable to you. It'll resonate inside of you as a truth. The A in STAR therapy stands for affirmational, because I use affirmations to reprogram your mind with positive thoughts, to reprogram your thinking, which is one of the main ways that I was able to conquer stuttering for myself, by using affirmations, positive affirmations, positive thoughts that help you change the way you think, repeating them over and over and over again, almost like auto-hypnosis or auto-suggestion. The T is transformational, because this work is very powerful and it works very quickly. And I've had amazing results over the many years that I've been doing it, with patients getting better very, very quickly. The S is spiritual, which, as I explained last time, has absolutely nothing to do with religion. It just means that you accept the concept that there are forces in this world greater than you, things that are running your life. If you think that you control your own life, then you will blame yourself when things go wrong. And when you do that over a period of time, it can cause emotional illness. For some people, they look at themselves as the ultimate victim of the universe, that nothing ever goes right for them. And it leads to depression and emotional illness. And there are different ways of thinking, to think that if you don't get something that you really want, the thought is, it's because you're supposed to have something better than that. And if you got the thing that you thought you really wanted, you wouldn't be available for the really good thing that's coming to you. The problem is that we have to have patience, and as human beings we have very little patience. We want everything that we want right away. We don't want to wait. But everything happens when it's supposed to and not a minute before. And so that's the spiritual aspect, that most people who are ill, they need some spiritual wisdom. There are certain thoughts that they need to incorporate into their thinking. And those thoughts are usually spiritual wisdom. So STAR is an acronym for STAR. It stands, I call it STAR therapy, but it's an acronym for Spiritual, Transformational, Affirmative Resonance Therapy. It's very powerful. It's a very gentle system of talk and touch. And I used to use it at the university where I was, and many universities are not open to alternative medical techniques. But they saw me doing it in the clinic on patients and taking away pain and headaches. And I wound up lecturing to the postgraduate doctors on it, and to the head of the TMJ program, the temporomandibular joint program, invited me to lecture to his students, because there's nothing like seeing something work to convince somebody that it's a powerful and useful technique. On a very simple level, when I talk about healing, we've all experienced healing. Hopefully we've all experienced it. And on the simplest level, if you've ever been upset and someone that you cared about or trusted gave you a hug and you felt better afterwards, it's because you allowed them to transfer positive energy to you and you were open to receiving it. Well, we can all do that. We can actually do that for strangers too, if you allow yourself to connect to your heart chakra. And I've been given that gift. I function with a level of sensitivity that often feels like a burden instead of a strength. I've had it since I was a child. When I was only 7 or 8 years old, I already knew that I could take away certain pain from people with my hands. I did it on myself and my little sister. And I've used it all my life. I studied many different modalities of healing, like shiatsu and therapeutic touch and polarity and so many different forms of healing, and I combine them all to create my own form of healing, which again I call STAR therapy. So in upcoming episodes we're going to talk more about STAR therapy and how you can use it in your life, techniques that I can teach you to do at home to release pain, or even just to know to mention it to your doctor. Because if you wake up in the morning and your neck hurts, the last person in the world you would think to tell would be your dentist. Why would you ever tell your dentist that your neck hurts? It wouldn't occur to most people. What we do is we use the information that's available to us and we make up a reason that makes sense to us. So if you wake up in the morning and your neck hurts, you tell yourself, well, your pillow's no good, your mattress is no good, you slept in a funny position. You can't wake up in the morning and have neck pain and say, my splenius capitis muscles are sore. It must be my temporomandibular joint, because you don't have that information on your hard drive. So you make up an excuse that makes sense to you, and you go with that. And unfortunately, many, many people walk around undiagnosed when they can be helped, sometimes with a very simple procedure. So anyway, these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about on the Happiness channel. I thank you for watching, for checking in. I hope you'll subscribe, tell your friends, and make sure to check out my book on happiness, Healing Your Heart by Changing Your Mind. And I'll see you soon. This is Jeffrey Gurian for the Happiness Channel, signing out.